I got the idea to write Journey Bound because I am the biggest fan of the outdoors in Scotland. I love the mountains, I love every part of the Highlands, and it just really fuels my imagination. It's whenever I travel through the Highlands of Scotland or on the islands, I just constantly getting loads of ideas just from the environment to tell stories here.
I think the great appeal of the film is it showcases Scotland in such a good light. You know, it's a romantic comedy, it's a road movie, you know, it's a feel-good film. As well as that, we also have quite a few kind of big names attached to the project already, likes of Ford Kiernan from Still Gaming Chewing the Fat, Clare Grogan from Gregory's Girl, kind of harking back to the days of good old-fashioned Scottish rom-com. We also have the Hobbit star Sylvester McCoy on board as well. That's going to be an awful lot of fun, and a few more people that can't quite tell you about yet, but I'm sure you'll be very pleased to see.
Journey Bound is the story of a guy who just keeps on messing things up with his girlfriend, and this is his last chance to go and stop her getting on a boat and leaving his life forever. It's a road trip movie, a buddy movie, and a rom-com set in Scotland.
I think there's a real charm to the script, I really do, and when I read it at first I did laugh out loud, and you know, I did kind of was turning pages really quickly to see what was happening, but it's funny, and it's kind of all stuff that you can identify with, and there's just something kind of really, it makes you want to engage with all the characters. There's nobody to dislike almost, and in a way that's a nice thing. And nice is kind of almost makes it sound like it's a bit quaint or something, and it's not. It's just it's a really gutsy film, but nobody has to die in it, or nobody has to get blown up in it. And I think there's, you know, they're the kind of movies that I love to watch, and I think there's a huge audience for that genre.
The film was very light-hearted, and that was really the intention. I wanted to steer away from all the social realism and different things that have been done in the Scottish film industry, particularly in the last decade. There seems to be a lot of art house cinema, which are fine, absolutely fine, but we seem to have forgotten about the general cinema-going audience, and in Scotland that happens to be the largest and most enthusiastic cinema-going audience in Europe. So yeah, it's about time that we kind of tell some light-hearted stories that everyone wants to go and see. You know, harking back to the days of Gregory's Girl and Local Hero. We're not going back and remaking these type of films, but we're kind of bringing that type of optimism into modern cinema.